The inspiring story of Qatar's World Cup opening ceremony star, YouTuber Ghanim Al Muftah, 20, who was born with half a body has scaled one of the Middle East's highest mountains, is studying politics at Loughborough and dreams of becoming a Paralympian. He is the disabled Qatari YouTube sensation who had a starring role alongside Hollywood A-lister Morgan Freeman at the World Cup's opening ceremony. But for inspirational Ghanim Al Muftah, it was a moment that may never have happened were it not for a fateful decision taken by his parents more than 2 decades ago. The 20-year-old has caudal regression syndrome (CRS), an extremely rare genetic condition which meant he was born without the lower half of his body. When news of his condition was broken to his parents, Mohammed Al Muftah and Iman Ahmad, they faced a hellish decision: go ahead with the pregnancy and face all the uncertain surroundings of their son's condition, or to have an abortion. The pair went through with the pregnancy and Ghanim was born on May 5, 2002, along with his twin brother Ahmad. Since then, remarkable Ghanim has astounded those around him, scaling one of the Gulf's tallest mountains on his hands, becoming a celebrated disabilities campaigner and amassing an army of more than 3 million fans on social media. And on Sunday, with the eyes of the globe firmly on him and Morgan Freeman, Ghanim used his platform to speak about finding beauty in our differences, and he championed unity and diversity. We were raised to believe that we were scattered on this earth as nations and tribes so we could learn from each other and find beauty in our differences, the beaming 20-year-old told the 85-year-old during Sunday's World Cup spectacle. Nicknamed the Qatari Miracle Boy, Ghanim's condition affects about 1 in 100,000 children and was given 15 years to live by his doctors when he was born. As a boy, he struggled to find schools that would accept him because of his disability. But the determined youngster refused to let his condition stunt his thirst for life and decided to take on a range of sports, tackling everything from scuba diving, rock climbing, football, ice hockey and swimming, to workouts in the gym and archery. In 2017, Ghanim completed the Muslim pilgrimage to Makkah by crawling around the Kaaba, the building at the center of Islam's most important mosque, the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca in Saudi Arabia, on his hands instead of in a wheelchair. 2 years later, the inspirational teenager completed one of his most daunting physical challenges yet, climbing the 9,827 feet tall Jebel Shams mountain, one of the highest in the Arabian Peninsula. As well as his physical exploits, Ghanim has also spearheaded his own charity to help other disabled children. Supported by his family, he founded the Ghanim Al Muftah Association for wheelchairs from his home. "I care about others, I consider it a humanitarian and moral duty," he said as a 13-year-old when speaking to the Paralympics ahead of the Paralympic World Athletics Championship in Doha, Qatar in 2015. In the same year, he was chosen as the Goodwill Ambassador of Reach Out to Asia's Rota, empowering Palestinian refugee children and youth through sports in Lebanon. The teenager visited a Palestinian refugee camp in Nar el-Bared, Lebanon, where he launched a new sports center to help 5,000 children. He and his parents also started the Be Positive Project to help coach disabled children. The young activist also has ambitions of one day become a Paralympian, and has met Paralympic skiing champion Tyler Walker, who flew out to Qatar several times to show Ghanim that there are people who are world champions with my disability. Most recently, Ghanim has taken to the skies in a parasender and hopes to one day bag his own pilot's license. His sporting exploits, alongside his charity work and social media following, led to the 20-year-old being selected as an official ambassador of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, rubbing shoulders with the likes of England legend David Beckham. As well as aiming to break down barriers still facing disabled people, Ghanim also has lofty ambitions of one day becoming a diplomat. He flew across from Qatar to the UK to study politics at Loughborough University, in Leicestershire, where he has become a popular figure on the campus, skating between seminars and lectures on his skateboard. And he's spoken out about his future ambitions on the university's website, saying, "Today, many of the world's 1 billion disabled women and men still struggle to overcome barriers blocking their human rights and inclusion in societies. Despite existing legal frameworks at the international, national and local levels, millions of disabled people remain marginalized, lacking access to work, fair treatment and basic services such as health care and education. In my future I pledge to always support efforts to raise awareness and advocate for the importance of including a disability perspective in the political discussions. I hope to help raise public awareness on disability rights, foster respect for disabled persons and though the process promotes more inclusive and tolerant societies."